Hi, everybody. Welcome back to week 6 of our Human Behavior and the Social Environment 2 class here at Widener University. We are already in week 6. Our time together is just flying by. So this week, we are going to spend a lot of time reanalyzing Danny's biographical timeline. Also, I want to take a moment just to highlight some of the reading resources that we're asking you to look at this week. So this week's main reading is a fantastic article entitled DSM Diagnosing for Status and Money, a summary critique of the DSM-5, and it can be found here in this link embedded within our Engage platform. So it's a very interesting article. I think that you're really going to enjoy it, and I look forward to reading your comments about that, and also entertaining any questions that you may have about that as well. I've got some great videos here for you to watch. Asking that you watch all of the videos this week. The first one being this Culture DSM-5 and how it will impact your work video, which is extremely informative. When we talk about real-world social work practice. There's also another video that talks about the DSM-5 controversy, as well as a very interesting video in terms of the DSM-5 and what does it mean for diagnosing mental health patients. So after you watch the videos and read this week's article, I'm going to come over to the discussion board and click on the week 6 discussion, Assessing Danny's Biographical Timeline once again. So before you begin this exercise, you want to review Danny's biographical timeline, also Dr. Beth Baral's biographical timeline article, as well as Professor Ginny's video. So what I'm asking you to do in this particular discussion board is to make suggestions for how to go about assessing Danny. So what supports are truly needed to obtain the most information possible? Also, we're asking you, based on Danny's timeline, do you think he has behavioral manifestations, signs, or symptoms of a mental health condition? If you do, please use the DSM-5 diagnostic language to substantiate his DSM-5 symptoms and your diagnosis. And you guys did a fantastic job in regard to quiz number 4 doing this for Kathy's case, so I expect that you'll be able to do this in Danny's case as well. So we know that people can have a long list of diagnoses that are assigned over time. So not all of the diagnoses are based on a truly holistic assessment using the diagnostic framework. So we're asking you to choose the 1 or 2 diagnoses that you think best explains Danny's symptoms. And does your diagnosis agree with Danny's list of previous diagnoses? Why or why not? So you want to do your best to use diagnostic language to substantiate your answer. So as always, you want to follow up with at least 2 of your classmates' posts, preferably classmates that don't have responses. And again, focusing on what did you learn from your classmates' post? How did maybe your classmates' post stimulate you to think in a different way? What are the similarities and the differences do you see? And again, how could you apply what you're learning here in actual real-world social work practice? So this is a busy week here. Your condition presentation is due this week. That's the presentation in which you're working with a partner, the one that you signed up for in the very beginning of the semester with a student A and a student B. If you have any questions at all in regard to your presentation, how you're going to be doing it, I realize that there's really great instructions that are already embedded within the Engage platform, but please feel free to reach out to me if questions should arise throughout the week in terms of how to do that condition presentation. Also due this week is your final project, your cumulative paper, your vignette part 3. So if you click on this particular link here, there's some really great tips in terms of how to organize your paper. And again, if after you watch the video, if you have any questions, you need some clarification, you're feeling confused, please feel free to reach out to me. You're remembering that I want you to be successful in the class, and I'm here to help if you need any particular guidance on how to do that. So I hope you have a fantastic week 6, and I look forward to watching your condition presentations and reading your final papers as well as your discussion board posts.